So she pulls back. She separates herself from the perpetrator of harm in little ways and maybe in big ways. She has to do it. It is self-preservation. Why is she detaching? You can feel it, right? You can feel her or you slipping away. You can feel her detaching. Why does that happen? Why does she begin to detach? Hello, I'm Dr. David Hawkins, Director of the Marriage Recovery Center and the Emotional Abuse Institute. I want to talk to you about a very painful topic. Why does the victim of emotional abuse detach? I just want you to think about this. I'm not giving you a lot of strategies here. This video is she is detaching, and I want you to understand why she's detaching. I was deeply impacted recently by a client, a woman, who courageously, in front of her husband, shared the following story that I'm about to read parts of it to you. All right, here goes. I'm going to read just a little bit of this to you, and then we'll pause for a moment and think about this. And I hope this will have a powerful impact on you as it did on me. This is a woman sitting in front of me, and she shared this story. A woman's detachment doesn't always start with distance or silence. Sometimes it starts in the middle of a conversation, mid-sentence, when she realizes that she said this exact thing before, multiple times in different ways, with different tones, calmly, then emotionally, then quietly, then in frustration, and still nothing changed. Detachment begins when her hope starts to run dry, when she's no longer angry, just tired. When she stops checking your tone, stops caring about your replies, stops holding on to the idea that maybe this time you'll finally understand her. She begged in her own way, through her loyalty, through the way she kept choosing you despite how unseen she felt, through her late night overthinking sessions where she tried to figure out how to say it better, how to express it softer, how to fix something she didn't even break. But after a while, that energy dies out because no woman can continue pouring from an empty cup. And when she finally realizes that nothing she says will make a difference, she stops speaking altogether. That's the moment men notice. When she's no longer asking where you've been, no longer reminding you what she needs, no longer repeating the same conversations. That's silence. It's not peace. It's detachment. It's the sound of a woman slowly reclaiming her power. By the time she's realized that she's changed, she's just finally stopped exhausting herself for someone who made comfort out of her discomfort. So if a woman is still talking to you, still expressing her needs, still repeating herself, it means she still believes in you. Don't let her go quiet. Don't let her give up, because once she detaches, she's already halfway gone. She detaches because there's been an erosion of trust and safety. There's been repeated criticisms, repeated gaslighting, repeated intimidation, again and again and again and again and again. At one time, she believed that he would begin to change. She held on to hope that her words were going to have an impact. But over time, she has begun to lose hope. There's been a profound erosion of trust and safety. And so she begins to detach. Number two, she detaches out of self-preservation. Chronic stress is incredibly painful to the nervous system. You can't live under constant stress. You can't live there. And so detachment, both emotionally and physically, can lower anxiety and give her a bit of space to think clearly. So she pulls back. She separates herself from the perpetrator of harm in little ways and maybe in big ways. She has to do it. It is self-preservation. She's reclaiming a sense of her own identity and agency. She's aware that she's been losing her self. I have so many women say to me, I'm not the person I used to be. Please help me recover my lost sense of self. So detachment may look and feel like peace. It's not really peace. It is a desperate measure to get out of harm's way. All right. So a woman may begin to detach emotionally from an abusive situation. Why? Because there's been an erosion of trust and safety. Why? Because she is preserving herself. Why? Because there's a growing sense of self awareness. Why? Because she's reclaiming her identity and her agency. Why? Because she may be protecting others as well. This is an emotional appeal. If she continues to withdraw and continues to detach, the relationship will be severing. Make no doubt about it. But let's listen to her. Let's listen hard to her and respond to the needs that she has. All right. I hope this has been helpful for you to think about why she is detaching. Click on the link to subscribe to future videos. Thank you so much, everyone, for subscribing to this channel and for interacting with us. We really care about you. We care about your stories. And if we can be of further help to you, click on the link to talk to our client care team. We're here. We're ready to help you. Take care. And as always, God bless.